Hello guys, in this video we try to see 6 mistakes that you have done in your life, but a lot of people, they don't think that it is a mistake and they complain why things are not good for them. Okay, so the first thing I'm trying to explain is, the first one is your job. A lot of people, they complain about the job. It means when we have a small job and whatever it means, the job in terms of hourly rate or salary, it's not good. So although millions of people, they complain because they don't have money, but the problem, they don't think to change this job. Let's say you are 19 or you are 20 years old. You have a small job. But the problem is not to have the small job. The problem is not to change the job for better job in order to get more money, because the money doesn't come. When you are staying in the job, even if you go higher and higher and higher, except when we have very big management jobs, maybe you can have more money. But the problem is that most of the people, they stay poor because of their jobs, and they have this routine that stops them from change. Because most of the people, they don't like change. For example, if you have a job, let's say you get $2,000 or $1,500 or $3,000, whatever money you have, and you think that this money is not enough for you. Okay? So the best thing is to find another opportunity in other jobs. This is what you should do in order to change your situation, because your situation will never change even if you stay in the job 40 years, because you will know that they don't pay you that much because of the kind of the job that you do. So if you stay in the same job and they are not giving you money, it is your own mistake, and this mistake, you will regret it all your life. So the second thing I'm trying to speak about is saving and investment. Here is another problem. When you are 18 or 19 or 20 years old, or 25 or 30, maybe you have a good job, but you don't invest, let's say in the stock market or your 401k, you don't invest at all. Okay? This is a big mistake that you will regret all your life. Because when you save money and you put this money aside, especially when it is in in stocks, most of the time, most of the people put in stocks, this money stays there and it can grow to become a big money. You put 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. After 10 years, 20 years, it can become 100,000 or 200 or 300,000, depending on how much you put and depending on the stocks that you put in. Even the simplest thing is what we call emergency fund. It means if you are having a job right now, let's say you get sick or you get a problem with the job and you get fired. Just an example, okay? Do you have money put aside? This is called emergency fund. It should be around 3 months to 6 months saving. This money is only you use when you are in trouble. Okay? You can put it in stock market, you can put it in a saving account, Okay, it means it should be very easy to access, like stocks, for example. Let's say you have 30,000 or 50,000 or $60,000 in stocks. This is your investment. Let's say you need money, so it will be very, very easy for you to sell some stocks and to get money, and for this emergency. Okay, but most of the people put emergency fund alone or separate from your investment. So this is the second thing. I see some people who send me emails that are 50 or they are 60 years, 65, and I ask them, how much do you saved, or what is your investment? They say none. They have a job, they have a paycheck, they use it, that's it. So all their life they didn't save any money, and this is a big mistake. I understand there are some people who have no education. Other people, their parents have no education. They don't teach them how to save money, or how to put money into stock market, or to have an investing plan. But in general, if you are going to do something like saving, try to avoid banks. I'm telling you right now, because I'm giving you something. I taught someone before, like a one-to-one Skype education. And when I asked him about his investment, he told me, I am investing and putting a lot of money. I think he told me 20% of his paycheck is going to the bank in order to invest in stocks, in mutual funds. Now I ask him, what did you say? A bank? He said, yes, a bank. I say to him, why do you use a bank? Why don't you use a broker? He told me, I don't know, I just find my bank, which is whatever, and I told them, do you have investing plan? They say yes, and they say it's they should cut this money from my paycheck each month, okay, and that's it. But I asked him the question. He has a lot of money in this bank investment plan. I asked him a question. Do you know how much fees they charge you for this thing to invest? He told me no. And he didn't even think that there is or there are fees. Understand that the bank, if you give them $100 or $200 each month, they will put different fees, $5 fee, $5 fee, $2 fee, $3 fee, until they take 10%, 20%, 30% of your money. It means you give them $100 to invest in stocks, you find that $30 is gone. It's just because of fees. I don't know what are these fees. There are a lot of fees. And especially those people who are into some plans with banks. Be careful. I'm telling you this. If you have an investment with a bank, go and ask them about the fees for each paycheck. Just questions. Ask them. If you find that they take 5% or 10% or 20%, understand that this is the most dangerous thing you do in investing or saving. Okay? This is because banks have higher fees than brokers. Now, for example, if you put each time you put $200 or $300 in your broker, now you just wait 2 months or 3 months, you have 600, 700 or 1,000, then you go and buy stocks. Okay? So you will pay, depending on your commission, $5, for example. You go, you have $1,000, you buy a stock, some shares of a stock, you pay $5. Okay? So this $1,000, you pay $5. Now you go to the bank. Each paycheck, when you send them money, they take from $100, they can take $10, $20, $30. fees, they give it a lot of names. A lot of names. This fee is for that. This fee is for that. But it doesn't exist in stock market. It doesn't exist, these fees. It is banks' fees that they add up to you. Okay? So, if you have, let's say, if you have some questions about this, please send me a private message and I will check with you. Okay? This is just general knowledge. Okay? I'm not saying specific thing, but this is general knowledge. Some people, they don't know what's going on when they invest or they save. You should not let a bank play with your money, because they will take all your money and you don't know. Now you think that you put $100 in your investment, but it ends up that you put only $80 or $70. Okay? So check that. So number 3, the most important thing is the third thing I'm speaking about, which is the third mistake, is education. With education, you can get a better jobs. You can trade or invest better. You can understand things that you don't understand before. So education, when you pay for your education, it is one of the best things that you have done in your life. Without education, you will be either a poor, having a small job, you are poor, or you are near poverty. It means you will never go out of that. And you ask yourself always, why I'm poor? Why I'm poor? Why I don't have money? Why I have a small job? But you have never thought about your education. If you don't know to do nothing, how can company pays you? The company pays more into some jobs because they have education. They can do a better job, better expertise. But if you don't have nothing, let's say you are a cashier in a store. Let's say, just an example, you are getting $12 or $10 or $15. You will stay like this the whole life. Okay? But you can go to a bank and you do a bank teller, for example. You will get $15 or $18 or $20. So you see the difference? Just you change the job with the opportunity, with some education, you can get better education. With better education, you can better jobs. With better education, you can do whatever you want to do in your life. So education is something that you should never neglect. Now you don't say that you are 50 or you are 40 or you are whatever age and you say, no, I can't do because I can't go and study. No, you can study. It's not that big deal. Whatever thing you want, you can do it if you have the will to do this thing. So education, you will regret all your life because you are now 60 and you have been without money all your life. So what is this problem that it is like that you have? It's not someone's problem. Like, for example, you say it's my parents' problem because they don't push me to education. This is not an excuse. Whatever your age, you can do some education and you can change your situation. Okay? So number 4 is expenses, monthly expenses. There are a lot of people, okay, they spend too much money for nothing. I find some people spending $150 or $200 into a phone bill. When I ask them the question, why you pay $200 for a phone bill? What's the thing? What are you doing with this phone? Are you doing a business that has a lot of features or something that you need the phone? He's just calling his friends. Okay? So why you spend $200 on the phone? I'm not saying stay without phone now. This is impossible right now. With the smartphones, you should have one. But you should not spend too much on things. For example, you can do a lot of things less if you think about the thing that you are using, a lot of people, they put a lot of expenses, a lot of bills, and they kill all their money. They can't invest. It's just because of these bills that you have in your account. And this is a real problem. And try to check this. Either you make $2,000, or you make $5,000, or you make $10,000. It's the same for you, because you will kill all your money spending. Because the more you have money, the more you spend everything. This is the mindset of some people. That's why this thing, if you continue with it, you can never save money, you can never invest, and that's why you are always in a bad situation. And you say, I don't have money. But understand that if you have $5,000 a month or $2,000 a month, it will be the same for you, because you will find ways to spend, especially bills, because bills are each month. If it is a one purchase thing, it's okay. But this is not one purchase that you did once in a year. But this is recurring bills. There are a lot of people, they have a lot of bills that they can be in debt at the end of the month. Okay? So the other thing I'm trying to talk about is credit cards. Understand that most of the people, they understand credit cards. It means you get credit, 1,000 or 5,000 or 10,000, depending on your credit card, what does it give you. They say, okay, we give you money, but you should pay it back, okay, when you get the due time. You should pay this and you are okay. Now, why do you think credit cards give you money for free? Have you ever understood why? Why they give it for free? It means there is no one who you just go to someone and you say, please, can you lend me $5,000 to your friend or something? It's some people they give, some people they don't give. They ask questions why, and they follow you. Why you don't give me back my money? You know, it's a lot of trouble. But credit card, you just apply it, they give you the money. Why do they give you the money so easily and so freely? It's just because they know that a percentage of the customers, they spend too much and they get trapped with higher interest rate. Now, for example, right now, the interest rate in the banks, let's say it is 4%. But this credit card, they will ask you 20%, 30%, and there are more. Because they catch you. Now, whenever they catch you, it means you get trapped and you are over the limit. For example, you have, let's say $5,000 and you spend $10,000. Okay? You spend too much money and you can't pay it. So what will happen to you? If you don't pay on time, after that, you will see how these peaceful guys who are credit card, they will become like strangers and dangerous people, because they will ask you to pay interest rate. And whenever you get interest rate, that is the main problem for credit cards. Okay? But there is a good way to use credit card when you search for credit card that give you cash back or they give you a percentage. It is now in 2015, 16, 17, 18. All you can see that there are a lot of credit cards that they give you a percentage. For example, if you, let's say if you spend $1,000, they give you, let's say 5% or 4% or 3%. Now this is a very good business because you use their card and you spend money That's why they will give you cash back, which is a very good thing. Okay? So understand that credit card, you should use it just to get some cash back, or it helps you sometimes when you are in trouble. But understand that credit card is like a double sword with two edges. Sometimes it is good, sometimes it is bad. So try not to play with credit card a lot, because if you get trapped, you will have to pay higher interest rate, and you have a bad credit score, and all your life is ruined because of these credit cards. Okay? And the last thing I want to say, for some people, most of the people, they don't like to start a business. And this is one of your big mistakes that you have done or you will do in the future. Understand that when you have a business, the business can become bigger and bigger and bigger, okay? But a job, you are limited in time and money. The business is not limited to time and money, okay? You can have a loan from a bank and you can start a business. If you succeed, you will have a lot of money, more than your job, okay? Except when you have, for example, when you have a very big job, like doctors, lawyers, attorneys, they have their own office, but still they do start a business, because with the business you can grow faster and you can make a lot of money. But the people, they say, oh, the business is risky. No, it's the job that it is risky. Now, why the job versus the business risk? Let's say you work 10 years in a company. First, when you work these 10 years, your money is limited. It means your salary or hourly rate is very, very limited, and you can't change that. If they don't give you a raise or a new position, you will stay with that money. So you limit yourself. Now, let's say you do a business for 10 years. Most of the business succeed. I don't mean that you succeed, it means you will be making millions of dollars each month. No, but I succeed, it means you will be making more money than any other job that you have done. Okay? And it is your own, it means your own boss. No one will ask you to do something. It's your own boss. And if you have people working for you, it will be better. You will be your own boss. Because having a job, you get trapped in this problem of time and money. Always you are limited, whatever you do. Another thing about the job, even if you work 10 years, 20 years, you can be fired at any moment. Now, when you get fired, it's very hard to find another job the same what you get. Let's say you get a job, you are cashier, just an example. You stay 10 years, you have been, let's say you begin with 10, now you are $16. Okay? If you go to another job, they don't count your experience or whatever. They give you $10 or 11, so you begin from the beginning. So all these 10 years, you have lost it. So that's why I think, in my opinion, starting a job is the best thing you can do in your life. Even if you have a job, you can begin with a small business. If this small business becomes big, you can quit your job and have your business as your main source of money. Or you can just have it as a part-time you do. Because a lot of people, they don't understand how good is the business. Another thing, for taxes, there are a lot of benefits to you to do a business than to do a job. You can claim a lot of things, okay? And you don't pay that much tax. Understand that there are big billionaire companies, they don't pay tax. Why? It's just because there are a lot of things to put in the tax claims, itemized items that that the company said I have no money to pay taxes. Okay? So that's why you tell yourself why the rich are always becomes richer, because a rich does never do a job. They do companies. That's why you see, for example, Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook. What do you think if he has continued studies and he is an engineer in a company? How much he will make? Okay, 100,000, 200,000 a year. You say, oh yes, it's good money, but no. He has 40 or 50 or 60 billion right now. Just because he started the business. If he got to the job, he will have no money at all, even if it is 100, 200,000 a year. But compared to a business, he has 50 billion or 60 billion or 40 billion, and he is a CEO of the biggest company in the world. This is what I mean by a business. It means a business, you can make more money, and you are not at risk because it is your own business. You always have money. Okay? So thank you very much for watching. I know it's a bit longer, but understand that the thing I'm saying here, a lot of people, they say, for example, we can't do that, but yes, you can do it. Anything that I spoke here, you can do it. Let's say your job, changing your job. When you change your job, you can save money. When you do better education, you can have better jobs or do better business. When your expenses are less, you can save whatever your money is. You try to see, for example, your expenses, monthly expenses, how much you are spending. Is there a possibility to change these bills or to minimize them, to make them small? Okay? And credit cards, I say you can use it very wisely, where you can have 1% or 2% or 4% or even 5%. There are some cards that give you 5%. You just check and get those credit card, and they can give you money. And this money you can put it into a saving account or a broker, and that's it. Another thing is, do not use banks for investing. I'm telling you, because of the fees. If you don't, for example, if you are not sure, just go to your bank, call them and say, okay, I am doing a plan with you. I am having $200 from my paycheck monthly. Please, can you tell me what are the fees that you take from $200? If you say this, they will try to not answer your question, and they will give you a manager. They say, oh, okay, you will talk with the manager, because you know the small guys in a bank, they can't answer this question, because they need someone who understands your question and try to play here and around, not to give you the right answer. Oh, you say that there is nothing, no, fees are just minimum. Okay, how much? How much you take from the money I gave you? And where do you put my investment? You should check that, because sometimes the bank put your investment into a mutual fund that it is losing money, so you will never make money. Okay? And the last thing is, start a business. This is not a very difficult thing. You just try to see what is the thing that you can do. If you don't know how to do it, try to go to work for someone who has this business, and then start your own business after 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. You should have a plan for your life. Don't stay where you are, because you will regret it all your life. Thank you very much, and see you next video.